But
Now, do we have requests to get in from somebody?
Yeah, they have to, they don't have to.
Participants one, that must be us.
There. Oh, participants, there's one, so that's where,
At the
Down
bottom.
two, so
There you
these
go,
are-
there's Helen,
Oh, oh,
there
oh,
on
oh,
top.
Admit.
Admit,
yeah, just
because we're the
admit.
participant right now.
so down here,
No,
no, up at
up
the
where it
top.
says admit, above your slide,
admit.
Yes.
like you're the doctor,
Mhm.
admit that
There are
patient.
3 people, okay, so. Okay,
Oh,
and then you have to
you
admit her
did it.
too, she was the third one in.
Hi,
Hi.
Hi,
can you hear us?
I can.
Good.
Can you hear me? Hi, Carolyn.
No, we can't hear you. No, no.
Hi, Carolyn,
Hi.
can you hear us?
She's on
Yes,
mute.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, we
I
can
need
hear
to
you.
pull up all the documents on my iPad. Hang on.
Participants, it says 3, so there should be somebody else in the waiting room.
No, one of us, that's us.
No,
Those
yeah.
two, no.
Okay, so, and Melissa's gonna be a little bit late.
Yep.
So that would make some sense then?
Yes.
Okay,
First one's us, then the two of them.
so I would like to call this meeting to order. Are there any changes or additions to the agenda?
Let me ask one thing.
Yes,
We could talk about into great ice. Will we
Okay.
have any plans? If we have time, if. not,
yeah,
we
great
can-
ice, I'll put it in new business.
Caroline has that also in her
In her notes,
report.
yeah, I saw that, so I.
Okay, yeah.
We made additions already, for the CD renewal on December 20th.
Mhm.
And the report, just a really quick report on the HUD Zoom meeting that we went to. Caroline. Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
so, Kenny Bassett is with us and we're gonna move him right up to the very top of the agenda so that he can brave the winds when he is done. So thanks for coming, Kenny.
Thanks for having me on your agenda. First and foremost, I want to say thank you
Beautiful
for
sign.
responding to my suggestion that we do something with the sign. And I'm guessing from the feedback I get that it's all been accepted. And this is also part of it. If it's not, or if there's anything you don't like, don't complain, just call me and we'll figure it out. I think the movement of the hours sign was a good idea. I think it was safer, and easily read by anybody driving or walking in.
Yeah, much better.
By now, you have the Book Barn graphic. So I'm proposing to make letters 3 3/4 inches high. I know you aren't into signs, but bear with me. It's the same lettering that's over the door on the outside of this building and is plainly visible from the road.
This building, the community hall.
1930, same size. It'll be very easily recognized from anybody that drives in.
Is it all capitals or is
It's
it
all capital.
capitalized and then
If
small?
you like to consider caps
We
and
had to
small
hold it up
letters,
to them.
That's what I was gonna ask.
That's what I was just-
okay?
I haven't seen.
Is that gonna
It's in
take
the
it?
paper.
Oh, you have it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
right.
now is the time to decide
That's
if you want me to proceed
Is
with
that the
it.
wrong sign?
Is this the wrong one?
No, but the wrong side.
I
Oh.
didn't see it.
No, can you hold that up again, Diane? That would be helpful to see that again.
Can you see it this way?
No, the way you had it was good.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
funny. but-
Oh, that, okay.
Oh,
that-
that is, yeah.
Okay.
Can you see
Okay.
it?
Yeah, so it's the same font we had before in capitals. Yeah, good. Okay, thank
The
you.
only difference is one is all caps and the other one is capitalized.
So we have to make decisions.
Yeah,
Is
I
that what
like
you-
it all caps myself.
Yeah.
Is there shadowing on the letters at all or no? I can't tell. No. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, there is.
So is this gonna go on the shed?
That was what was suggested.
Above the
The
door?
door, is that what we said? I don't know.
Can go
Yeah,
anywhere.
wasn't it gonna go along the top above the doors?
So, okay, my concern was that now that we have this nice sign that's out front, that book sale sign looks really crummy. And I wanted a sign out front that said book sale. But
but not today.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
this might be the time to ask for that.
Yeah, we talked about it last
The
meeting.
Historical Society
Linda wasn't here.
has freed up one of their signs. And I think sometime in the past, I've told Caroline about it. So there's a blank white sign, and yes, it's a sandwich board, but it doesn't have to be. You can plant it anywhere.
Would this
But-
stand independently of the other sign? Because I know we talked about putting a book sale sign underneath the sign, and we were worried about snow and other, weren't we? Didn't we talk about that? About maybe having a little hanging sign or something below the sign Kenny made, and we were worried about snow? No, maybe I dreamt that.
I don't remember that.
What I would just say first is, can we finish this piece of business and
Good
then go to
point.
the next
Okay.
sign? Just so we stay on track.
Yeah.
Book barn and then book
Okay.
sales. Is that all
Is
right?
that an additional one or all three of those connect? Is that one right here, a fourth one?
No.
No, so we've got all three
The
right
only
here.
difference in all of the capitals is the spacing between the book and the barn. However, you don't have to worry about that
You
now.
do. Okay, I got it.
In order to move forward, tell me what you'd like, the all caps or the first letter caps. And I can tell you that whichever you choose, the sign, including design, fabrication, installation, is $100.
Okay,
And it would be black on white.
okay,
And the molding around this sign is the same as it is on this doorway and on the Historical Society signs and another set of signs I'm working on for the town.
Wonderful.
great.
Madam Chairman, I like all caps and I like version 2 for whatever that means.
That is the spacing thing
Yes.
between book and barn.
Yeah, I recognize it.
Wait, you like the upper one or the lower one?
There's page 2 here.
And that's.
That the
I
bottom
said
one?
version 2, but it's a spacing thing. I
It says
I
version 2.
probably gave you too many choices.
That's okay.
Is
It's
that,
just aesthetically what I saw.
Annie, is that different than this?
Yes.
Yeah, it is just
Closer
like,
Just
than-
slightly,
It's
yeah.
closer than that one, Betsy.
Okay,
Angie can see the difference right now.
yes, I can see it.
Yep, I can too.
So
Not-
It's
Angie
small.
has suggested that one. Does anyone else have any input?
Let me see.
I'm okay with that one. I haven't seen the other ones, but that one's good looking. I mean, I haven't seen the other ones up close. Caroline was
Difference
good
there
enough
in
to put it
spacing between this
right in
and-
the very front.
Thank you, Caroline.
So what's the difference between version 1 and version 2? The
We don't
top
have
one and the
version-
bottom one.
version
Ellen, the spacing between book and barn.
Is slightly different.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I
Here,
think it should look like a separate word. So
yeah, I think, I like the one with more spacing.
Yeah,
So
me
the
too.
lower
One that Carolyn is holding.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
me
I,
too.
I like that too.
Yep.
Are
Very
we
too.
in agreement?
Wait, I thought, okay, so when you say the lower one, you're talking.
That's
about
that one.
And that's not the one Angie's talking about.
That's when she held up. I'm sorry, I was confused because she was holding it up as we were saying it.
Oh, so
Doesn't
Angie,
really care.
you like the upper one better
No,
or the
no,
lower?
version 2 is one I thought we were talking about, but I
Right.
have no idea. That
So-
one says version 2.
So we're
That's-
saying we
that's the
like the
one.
capital letters and the more space between the two words. Are
Do
we
we need a
all-
motion to approve this and approve the spending of the $100?
Will do.
Yeah,
It'll be.
Yes.
appropriate.
okay.
So
so
I'll
would
move-
somebody like to make a motion of what the sign is and
Tell
to
us.
approve
I'll
the money?
move to approve the fabrication of the sign, all caps, Book Barn version 2, and the $100 expense to pay for such.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second, Angie?
Discussion, okay, but
And
again,
now discussion.
the rest of you said that you like this one and this is version 2, that's different.
Oh,
No, well,
And now the motion has been for version 2.
well,
So-
now let me, but Helen said version 2, Caroline held up version 2, which is why we said version 2. That's the only reason, but I don't care, but I think that's the
I don't care either.
which one's on the floor?
Version 2.
this one is the last, it's on the second page. It isn't on the first page.
Helen?
Version 2.
Well, my
Only-
understanding was version 2 was the one that had the greater spacing.
And
Yeah.
it's not.
No, this is the one with the greatest spacing, at the
It's
bottom.
At the bottom of the first page.
And I like that one.
Spacing.
The one at the bottom of the first page?
Yes.
So then we should vote on Helen's and,
No, I'll
and then-
just change my, I'll just amend
Oh,
my
you want to
motion.
withdraw? Do you want to?
I'll just amend my motion that we're going
Amend
for
it?
the one with the bigger spacing.
Yeah,
Okay,
Okay, so now we have an amended, on the floor,
and what was it?
the one with more spacing.
Okay.
Bottom
Good.
page.
Do we have
I'll second
a
that.
second that? Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye, opposed? So
No.
moved.
Can I just ask a quick question? When do we expect this to be completed, Kenny? I know you've got other
Well,
stuff in the works, so I was
This
just curious.
time, and that doesn't affect me as much as it affects, the graphic
Everybody else,
artist.
yeah.
I am in the middle of a project which is big enough so that I can't be working on another one. So the answer to your question is
After New Year,
January.
Yeah. after New Year.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Great.
anything
Thank
else?
you.
Yeah,
Now I have another layer.
he's got a smile on his face, you guys. It's looking cagey.
Having driven into the library and looked at the new, this is just me and I'm not elected, I'm not appointed. However, I like libraries. I like everything about them. I like this library. I appreciate everyone's effort. When you drive in and you look at that, there's something wrong with the facade, that gable end of the new building. I say something wrong. It's too stark. It's too white, and the doorway is terrible. So what I propose next spring, next summer, we paint the gable end the same color scheme as the library.
You're talking about the book barn.
Yeah, there's two shades of gray is what I'm talking about.
I see.
Okay, not a big deal. And I would be happy to undertake that
Yeah,
project.
yeah.
Just because it's a little stark. I know, believe me, I know what you're going through and how to spend the money and everything, but this isn't gonna cost you very much. And I think it would be a much more attractive view for people driving in to see some cohesion between the library and that little building. And in my wildest dreams.
No, go ahead.
This is what the smirk
You
is.
You hide. I think I should cut out a silhouette of a raven and put them up in the corner of the door.
Ah, Edgar Allan Poe kind of thing, eh?
Anyway, I won't do it, but I'm thinking about it. And Helen, I have to tell you, thank you. I know you were hard sell in the beginning, but I appreciate your kind words last month. I do. And that's all I have.
Okay,
He's a wonderful
So I will
lady.
see that this gets installed.
thank you.
Thank you.
And then at a later date, we could continue we'll talk about, a book, something for the book sale that's out on the
You can
front.
Talk about anything you want.
Right.
Thank you again,
Thank you.
sincerely, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Kenny. Thank you so much.
and ravens are very smart and appropriate for libraries.
I love the Raven idea. Okay, could we please review our minutes? And then I'll take a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
So moved. I read them.
Okay, so you'd like
I wrote
to make a motion? Is there a second?
Helen's doing it.
Helen, thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor of approving the minutes, say aye. Aye. Opposed? No. Okay, thank you. The financial report.
My report out. So the library capital balance. And then, starting with the capitalize, that's just the way I do the report, it's the one with pink. Is, the balance is 105,392.18. 90,150 and 69 cents, matured on October 20th. It's gonna be renewed for 2 months, maturing December 22nd, 25. So, we need to, as part of this discussion, need to decide, how long we want to renew it for. The rates are, about 3.23% per month. I don't know if we have any, I think our immediate needs are going to come out of not the CD, but from the due to, due from for the carpeting in January. that correct? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and we have, that balance has 15,000 in it, and that should be enough. How much is the carpeting? Is it 10,000?
A little more than that, I think. I
Yeah,
want to say it's 12 something, but
I think you might, yeah,
yeah.
a little over 10. Yeah,
So we have enough money in the due to, due from. I don't think we need to worry about moving any of the money out of the actual CD into the due to, due from. So we could simply just renew it for another month or another 2 months. And look at it again in February and look ahead and see, is there anything else after the carpeting that we will need additional capital dollars for?
So, I'm sorry, so currently in the CD, I missed that.
90,150
90,000.
that we have in the CD. I'll send you my notes. too.
That'll be perfect,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. And then,
Helen has a question for you.
thank you, Helen.
So Roberta, you said that the rate for the 1 month, or I think you said was 3.23.
Yep,
If we
that's-
were to, is that 1 month or 2 months?
that's just 1 month. I mean, the
So
interest
if-
rate,
Well, I was gonna say, if we were renewing for 2 months, wouldn't that be a different interest rate?
it is. I've got a 12-month rate scale here. So 1 month is 3.23% with an APY of 3.28. 2 months is 3.26 with an APY of 3.31. And then they actually start to go down after 2 months, and they just keep going down. So we could do 1 or 2 months. I think 2 months is probably
Mhm.
Just to
would
stay-
be where I would.
Yep.
Yeah.
would
Okay, that's
go.
what I was getting at, because I know that they go down as they go longer, so I didn't know whether we were gonna lose anything by going with 2 months, but it sounds like we'll actually make an extra penny or two.
Yeah. Penny.
Yeah.
So, I guess, do we need to vote on that we want to renew it for the 2 months at that 3.26? Okay,
Less.
Yes. We've given you
Yes.
this in the past.
yes, you have, but
Someone make a
yeah.
motion?
I'll move to approve the renewal of the CD for a 2 month period at whatever that prevailing rate is at the moment we actually do it. It's 3 point, I mean, I don't know if I want to put them a rate in the motion if in fact the rate could
could
change in 2 days.
it could change, right?
Okay,
I mean, that's
Right.
the route that she sent to me the other day, so
So
Okay.
we'll just say at the prevailing rate.
that's
Okay.
it.
so we have a second. Any discussion?
Who seconded?
Helen, or Angie, all those in favor say aye. Aye. So moved.
So the due to, due from, as I said, has 15,241.49, and the interest rate that we earn on that is at 1.73% the last time I talked with Lisa. Balance sheet is a negative 9,267.29. Let me find it. And that, the reason it's negative, it reflects only the first quarter of the property tax allocation. Because normally we should expect probably in December, January, whenever they put the money in, another $19,000 quarterly payment. The budget status report, library revenues are at 20,612.67 or 24.95% of budget. Reflects only the first quarter of the property tax. Just to sort of point out, because I think Linda, you're always asking me, or Betsy, someone's always asked me, well, where were we last year? At this same time, so I just sort of went back to the reports last year, and our revenue last year was $20,446, 25.93%. So compared to last year, we're seeing the same trend. Library expenses are 40,258.61 or 48.73% of the budget. Over budget variance are due to summer seasonality of salary related benefits, computer managed services due to unbudgeted $45 monthly increase from Comcast. Lawn care is overdue to the contractor having issues with their billing system. Year-to-date expense reflects prior year expense for May. Supplies, books, periodicals, videos, audio will trend down. They're fairly high right now, but they should start trending down from this point forward until spring, where they'll pick up again. Grant expenses will be over budget for the entire year. We have offsetting grant revenue that was received in the last fiscal year. Major projects are in October reflect an $1,100 payment to Ken Bassett for refurbishment of the sign. Library, oh, and so library expenses last year at the same time were 37,376, 47.66% of budget. So we're running a little higher, but I don't think that's a material change. In library building, expenses are 2,906.41 or 35.86% of budget. And basically, general insurance is paid quarterly, so you will see that it looks like we're favorable, then we'll get hit with that. And then warrants of 1,634.32 are for board approval.
Should we-
Any questions?
I have more of an maybe it's an operational question. We have, and this is, we have a lovely landscaping person. I appreciate that, but we continually have, we sort of, I hear we always have kind of issues with their billing process, and we have such a tight budget. I mean, we have a small budget. I'm just gonna ask generally, is there anything that we can do to it to, just ask them to, one, be diligent in their billing, and I mean, I don't know, it just seems like it's kind of toxic, comes up a lot, and maybe I'm
So I don't,
perseverating that.
I don't know, Carol and I, we met today and we've sort of been looking at ways to look at the expenses, you know,
Yeah.
and I was showing her, and I'm working with Lisa, and I know I've said this a couple months
No,
with
it's
Corinne,
good.
to try to get a pivot table that has more information in it.
Yeah.
And I
easier
think
said
that if we start looking at that every single month in that level of detail, it's gonna point that out. And then I don't have a rapport with, you know, Mama's Gardens. I wouldn't feel comfortable saying something to them myself, but I don't know, Carolyn, how you feel about, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think that like the discrepancies that we've seen from them are just them doing unexpected plantings. Um, and I think as far as the billing issues that they had this summer, that seemed to just be a one-time thing so far. We haven't had that experience with them yet. And I talked to them this summer about, checking with us before they did newer different things other than just maintaining the beds as they are. And they
Yeah.
were fine with that. Yeah.
Is that the unexpected planting? I was gonna ask you unexpected plantings were,
Okay.
yeah, they can't do
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's what, from a fiduciary perspective, we can't let them.
Well, they can't bill for it.
They can't
Unless
bill
they
for
want to do it in kind. We're
Yeah,
happy to have them do it in kind.
Yeah, that's right. I don't wanna, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, they're trying to help us look better, but yeah, they can't do that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Caroline.
But actually, to that point, if there really is something they should do, we should consider an in-kind donation because they can use it on as
Right.
goodwill. They write it off as local goodwill and we write it off as a in-kind donation. So it's just something to think about.
Yeah, that's great.
Just
So,
saying.
any more questions? Suggestions?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
The warrants going around. You signed?
I don't have a pen, so I pen better.
Oh, I take it, handed a pad to somebody.
Okay, do you want me to wait for the warrants to go around before I? Okay, so Carol and I met today. We meet every month to sort of look through the financials together, and she said when she was looking at the budget for next year, she discovered that we had missed so I guess we thought we had both the streaming software as well as the ebooks software. Correct me if I'm not saying this correctly. And we discovered that we didn't budget the ebook software, which is an additional $800 in expense. So anyway, I happened to be talking with Corinne, and I wasn't sure how we deal with things like that. And so I mentioned it to Corinne, and I said, this is what we found. I said, is there any way we could update our budget at this point? Because, I don't know what the whole process. And she says, yes, you absolutely can, because
Okay,
it hasn't,
gone through the vote yet.
yes. And so with that knowledge, I did update the budget. And I don't know what the process is for making a change, so I just put together a memo that says, we requested a change today. what the account was that we're changing, what the budget was before the change, what the budget was after the change, and what was the reason for the change. And the changes requested by Carolyn and myself. And then I put an approved by the board of trustees, so if everyone can
Signs it.
sign it. And put, I guess, I don't know if you need to date it as well as your signature. If you're in agreement with that.
So, Roberta, will you leave that with the warrants at the town office so that those of
I
us
will.
who are not there, or, yeah, okay, I'll come in and sign them in the morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. Did everyone get a copy of the budget, revised budget?
Do you want us to date it? Just to,
Yeah.
yeah, to be official?
Could you put my date, the date on mine too, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Oh, good, okay.
And I mean, I can check.
This is the revised.
No, what Corinne said, and I'm not
Yeah.
sure that I'm
And Jim.
comfortable with it, is she also said that, what's the water board, who has a $700,000 budget or something like that, what they do is their trustee, if there's other changes after their first submission, they give the treasurer the ability to make an adjustment to up to a certain dollar amount. I don't know if you want something like that or not. I can, I mean, I wouldn't want it to be a large amount anyway.
don't
like
have
that.
very much.
I know,
Moot
but I
point.
mean, $800 was a lot,
I mean, considering it is, yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I would be more than comfortable giving Roberta and or our treasurer, whomever that is in the future, authority to make an amendment to the budget up to, I don't know, pick a number, $2,500, $5,000, something like that. I don't think we need to call a special meeting for her to update a budget by $800. Just saying.
Got the warrants right there.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Comfortable number.
What's a comfortable number? She said 2,500, but what do the rest of you say?
Do you think anything would ever come up that would be 2,500?
I don't think. Yes, I don't think so. I don't.
No,
know.
but it allows for, I mean, I just hate to put a dollar amount on it, like $800, and then have something for $900 come up and go,
Yeah,
oh,
no, I
well,
think-
we
I-
need
I-
to,
I would
you know,
like-
I'd rather err on the side of trusting my treasurer
Right,
and
no, I agree.
giving
I know
her
those
greater
are not-
autonomy.
Yeah, but you realize it, that's why I just checked to make sure that was
I think 2,500 should be enough.
I'll
Okay.
second that motion that.
What was the
Hey,
motion?
Helen, did you make a motion?
Yes, I would move to give our treasurer, and I'm not going to use names, Roberta, only
No.
because
Nope.
unless you stay on in perpetuity,
Oh.
which I hope you do. But, so the motion is to authorize our treasurer to approve changes to the budget up to and including $2,500 without additional board approval.
And we have a second.
Second,
Angie is a second. Is there any discussion?
great idea.
All those in favor say aye.
Uh,
Aye. Opposed? So moved.
Thank you
Mhm.
for your confidence.
Thank you for your
Good work.
competence.
Yes.
So, I had, anything else that you needed? You've talked interest rates. You've talked the financial budget,
Yeah.
so nothing else on
No,
the
I
finance.
think that's
Okay.
it.
Librarians report, please.
I will say I left hard copies of that revised budget there, but I can email them to everybody too yeah. So it's been there's not a lot on the librarians report this month. It's slowed down quite a bit. Everybody has been commenting on the rearranged main room. Everybody loves it, and this one couple even said it looked like a living room, which was really funny because that was what we were talking about for our little ask blurb in the newsletter. We are almost done weeding. We just have to finish up the kids' side, and that hopefully will be done by the end of next week, I think. I did talk to Jenna Powell, who's on the Great Ice Committee. And she said that the the ladies auxiliary for the fire department had wanted to do hot chocolate for the great ice, and we had kind of not a great location, and I had a hard time with the hot chocolate itself, and I'm happy to do something else and let
Oh, I'm
them
so happy
do
that
hot
they wanted
chocolate.
that.
So-
I think we agreed last time that Friday night's a bad, I mean, not that hot chocolate's not great, but Friday night's a big adult time, it feels
Yeah,
like for
yeah.
us.
I'm very
Daytime-
happy to hear
Daytime
that.
on a Saturday, you'll be better
Yeah,
than,
yeah,
but yeah,
okay.
they'll do it.
And unless anyone has a suggestion or an idea tonight, I kind of left it with Jenna that we'll figure something else out. It's not until February, so we have
Mhm.
time to decide if and what the library would do for the Great Ice.
We don't have a meeting in January, so, but we will have a meeting before the
Right.
Great Ice, a couple
Yeah.
weeks before. Okay, so we can just kind of let that percolate. Okay,
Yeah, and if I could make a suggestion, I think something in the daytime during one of those days would be good, whether it's, I don't know, story time on the ice, story time up in the little village by heroes, like something during the day would be good.
That's what I was gonna ask, if we had to do something Friday night, because it seems to me that unless you're gonna serve something warm to drink, there doesn't seem to be much space for the library in a Friday night event, whereas Saturday during the day, maybe we could do a scavenger hunt or do something, I don't know, something that would be a more daytime fun activity.
Right. And I will say too that if we can do something like in kind of like the little village area as opposed to the library,
Right,
that would get more traction because I've tried in the past to have things at the library and nobody comes to that because all the action's up in
right,
town. So,
right,
yeah.
okay, thanks.
So
We'll
something
keep
else to
thinking about
consider.
that. Yeah, okay.
Next on the list,
Betsy has.
Can I just ask something, 'cause since you're reading more children's books, would you think about a book giveaway at the Great Ice?
I had thought about that. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, we can keep thinking. I just wanted to mention that
Yeah.
as you're reading books.
Okay,
And
Good.
we're keeping all the books that we're reading, so we would have access to all of those.
Mhm.
I mean, if there's snow, I can think of all kinds of fun things we could do. We could just take water bottles and put colored water in them and put little holes in the top and let people draw in the snow. I mean, there's all
Yeah.
kinds of cool stuff you could do if there's snow.
Yeah.
There's no
They could
snow.
write
Well,
the
that's
title
wrong.
of their favorite book.
Draw the cover.
Whatever.
Favorite book, their new book, they can be
Yeah.
illustrators,
Yeah, okay,
paint
good.
each other if they want to.
Yeah. We could throw snowballs at them. That would be fun.
Oh, snowballs. Oh my gosh, you guys are fun. Angels with little.
So,
Or they
Okay,
could throw
so we'll just-
snowballs at the trustees. It could be like a
Yeah.
winter dunk.
Yeah.
It's like a dunking tank. or
exactly,
Winter
for winter
dunking.
time. Okay, so Carolyn, we'll keep thinking about and talking about the Great Ice. And your next item is an employee holiday luncheon?
Yeah, so the town has started doing an employee luncheon last year or the year before. And so all the departments get together. But it's during a day when the library is open. And I didn't know if folks thought it would be okay to close early so I could go up to the community hall and have lunch or not.
I think it's a good idea. to
Yes,
allow it
is
to-
that a Thursday?
It's a Friday.
Oh, the 12th is a Friday?
I
Yes.
think I think you should close and go. I
Close.
think it's really important that the
Absolutely, we want you
library is
there.
part of the
Yes.
community and you are
Yes,
us.
yes.
So yes, you should go.
Definitely.
Otherwise, I was gonna say I'll cover for you on a Thursday, but you just go Friday.
Yeah, I mean, if I can cover, I'll try to, but
Just-
my life is not my own for a while.
All right, thank you.
Have fun.
Yes. Okay, anything else?
And I'm assuming Courtney goes to that too, right?
She may. She
Okay.
has been working on Thursdays, so I let her know about it, and
Okay.
she had to see if she was going to be able to come.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a list of programs for the month. Classes that were completed last month was more security training through the IT company. I also went to a webinar about what to put on your website, which was interesting. And we have a lot of the stuff that they suggested already on our website, which was good. Um, and then one thing that, oh yeah, go ahead,
Well,
Helen.
Carolyn, I'm just wondering, what have you learned from the different programs that you've offered and the attendance or the interest? I mean, you've got really good ones on, labor or on Medicare or, health, on cyber security, all these kinds of things. What are you learning from that? What do people really want, and what should we be focusing on?
So these classes and workshops are ones that I'm taking for professional development.
Oh, okay. So
Maybe
these
that's what
aren't
I should
things you've
call it.
offered to the townspeople. Okay,
No,
I'm sorry. I
no.
misunderstood. My bad.
I'll change the heading on that so that it reads professional development. That would make more sense. Sorry.
Good, good. And do you want to tell us about the Zoom meeting?
Oh, in a minute, but I want to,
Oh, sorry.
Corinne let me know that there was a VOSHA walkthrough through all of the departments of the town on Monday. And we do not have the final report for that yet, but we may have to make some changes at the library. She didn't want to say anything was definite without the report coming out, but she did suggest that I just let y'all know that there may be some things we have to update or fix or change. So,
Okay.
Did you say OSHA walkthrough?
So when that
OSHA, yeah.
happens on a day that we're not open, are you notified in advance to be there? It seemed to me that somebody ought to be there to sort of hear or explain or something, as
Yes.
opposed to just Corinne doing a walkthrough with them.
So they were initially going to the town garage to see if some things had been fixed there. And I guess I don't think that Corinne knew that they were going to want to look at every place town employees worked. So I think it may have been a surprise to her as well.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if in the future, if that happens, if she could try to reach out to one of us to, if you're not available, for one of us to at least try to be there to, um, I don't know. I don't want to put Corinne on the spot trying to explain or answer, and it might be helpful to have a trustee or somebody there. I don't know, maybe not.
Right. Did she give any indication at all if there are any major issues, or, OSHA issues can be kind of costly because it's about health and safety and physical plant and.
The the biggest one would be so there's the railing that blocks the top of the stairwell where the free craft table is.
Right.
That may have to be taller.
Yeah, raised. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
you can see that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Um,
Be too expensive though now.
hopefully not, but again, like yeah,
So
but
we'll-
again, the report's not out, so
Right, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Now we're just
Yeah.
interested in the
Yeah.
magnitude, yeah. Thank you.
Mhm. I can do the building report part since Melissa's not here too. Um, so Murray's Plumbing is actually coming next Tuesday to install the water heater. There was some shipping issues. I talked to him today. We have money in our maintenance line that will cover this, without going over. So that is a good thing.
You right?
And Melissa had reached out to Flooring 360, the carpet people, to see what exactly we would need to do to prep before they come at the end of the month. They did get back to us to say, like desks need to, like furniture need, non-bookshelf furniture needs to be cleared off. Computers and stuff needs to be picked up off the floor and kind of put away. Um, They'll take care of all of the really big, heavy furniture and the bookcases. Um, they said they didn't think that they would need any help like moving things in the beginning, but if there want to be some volunteers to come when they're putting stuff back, that is where they could use a hand. So we can see kind of how the schedule works, but we've blocked off the whole week, including that last Saturday, to be closed. So we could always have, whoever can come to the library and put stuff away on that Saturday could be a good option.
Can you remind me of those dates, Caroline?
Oh yeah, it's the very last week in December, which is the
You have it on here.
29th to the
Yeah.
3rd. It's the 29th to the 3rd. And while we are talking about schedules too, so we'll be closed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, which is a Wednesday and a Thursday. And then we could be open that Friday and Saturday after Christmas, and then we'll be closed for the week. And I didn't
Because
know
of
if it would make sense to close the whole time to prep for that, or if you want me to stay open, like operating the library the day after Christmas and that Saturday.
Have we historically had a lot of people come in the day after Christmas? People who are up here for their holidays. Does anybody ever show up on those days?
Since it's always on a different day of the week, it's hard
Hard
to
to tell.
tell.
Mm.
I would say that I would be in favor of you closing to prep, only because it
Okay.
takes longer than you think. I don't mean that in a bad way, it just takes a lot of
Right.
time to do that work, and you're really kind of.
Right.
And I don't think it's a big, I don't remember, you can tell, whatever day it is, I don't remember it being an overwhelmingly busy day. But I could be wrong. Have the day after Christmas an overwhelmingly busy library day? I would suspect not.
I don't think,
There aren't that many.
yeah, I don't know.
I can't imagine it would
Yeah.
be.
No.
So it'd be December 4th through January 3.
Yeah, the 24th through the 3rd.
Yeah.
That just makes sense.
And it's
Kind of
easy,
cuts
it's
the hol-
cleaner
That-
to
that's a
just
good
let
point.
people know it's closed from this date to that date and why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask one more question about
Yeah.
and Caroline, this is about the request from 360 Flooring for help to put things back. Only because I worry about, when they have workers' comp insurance,
Yeah.
if they get, so I'm asking what kind of work they're asking volunteers to do. Is it to make sure they place things in the right location, or do they physically
Lift.
help moving things back? Which I'd worry a little
No.
bit. Just. Go
I
ahead.
think they're just worried about getting the books back in the right order.
Okay,
They can put all the
that's
furniture
fine.
will be
Yeah,
moved
that's
by
okay.
them, but they just want to make sure that the books go back where they need to go.
Yeah, I don't think they want to deal with it. They'd really rather not deal with that than I do.
That Dewey Decimal System. Okay, good.
Kind of a library function. Yeah.
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 Thank you. I didn't want people to be, yeah.
So anything else about, under the building report?
Nope, and I'm sorry, I realized that the talking about the schedule thing was actually under the capital improvement plan, so
Okay, well, I can
That-
scratch that off. But did you also want to update us on your Zoom meeting or no? Your.
oh, I
HE
can. Did we have a spot for that other than right
I
now?
thi- I think Betsy
We
added
added
it.
it to the budget just to let people know.
Or the
what
agenda.
happened. To the agenda,
Yeah.
sorry.
Not the budget, don't worry.
Sorry.
It's new business though,
Do you
right?
want me to
Yes.
say something?
It would be new-
Caroline?
it
'Cause
would
we
be new.
talked about it, or you want to do that?
Go ahead, Betsy.
So both of us listened in yesterday, and the minimum amount that you need, that basically the spending is all for repairs of things that increase accessibility. That would be like the bathroom and the ramp and the railings and that sort of thing. But the minimum that you can ask for, the minimum is 50,000. And Caroline and I talked afterwards, and we just don't think we'd get to 50,000.
No.
So I don't think we're gonna really qualify for that.
No, I don't know. You think about, I could spend money. You think about, building the driveway or building out a driveway so they're not getting out on gravel, but people that have wheelchairs or need some sort of smooth accessibility. having maybe not a gravel drive or walkway up to the ramp, and then you have the ramp, and then you have the railing, and then we have a cover over the railing so that they're not, slowly going up a ramp in the open air. I don't know.
There's a lot
I'm
of
just
stuff
saying.
there's a lot of stuff that isn't allowed there,
Yeah.
I thought
So
the
you-
town
so you
was
can't
gonna, pave the driveway.
Yeah, but
They-
when,
They're working on it.
no offense, they've been working on it since I've been on the board here, but
No.
only because I think they have priorities and it's not a
Mm.
huge deal. So
So,
I'm just thinking, think about accessibility and how this may fall into the overall milieu of how this building looks going forward. I don't know if it matches, but it may be worth a conversation about it.
Ellen?
I would like to think about it because having a handicapped accessible bathroom would be huge. And I'm wondering
Yes.
whether we could massage that ask to include slightly wider spaces, entryways, doorways, to allow better accessibility that would also benefit us in just enlarging our space a little bit. I mean,
so they were really clear
You can't have
that
space.
increasing the space in the library is not part of it.
Okay,
There were so many things that it was a very targeted
okay.
kind of thing. It wasn't like the first one that we went through. It's like you ask for the things that you need that are going to increase accessibility and no frills, like just basically.
well, I
Right.
could spend 50 grand on a bathroom. It'd be very, very nice.
Well, and also the main purpose of this grant is to fix current needed repairs. If you need a new roof or a new foundation, that's the main part of it. And I do think, I mean, I'm sure that we could stretch the money, doing the ramp in the bathroom. But I would also like to make very clear that not only is this a federal grant, but it's also through the HUD department, which is notoriously difficult to deal with. And so if we're choosing smaller things to take care of, I don't know. Like I don't know if it would be worth the pain of having to deal with I don't know, all the details and scrutiny that it would go through.
So should we wait to get the VOSHA report to see if there's anything in that needs to be fixed that would fall under these guidelines?
Is there a deadline that would prevent that from happening?
The application, the submission time closes in March.
That's a good point, Linda, though. We ought to wait and
Yeah.
see what they come back with before we categorically shut that down.
Because
Okay,
things are
good, thanks.
becoming more and more expensive.
Exactly.
So under capital improvements, we already talked about the carpet installation and closing. What about the outdoor refresh meeting with Tanya?
I had to put that
That
on the
was-
agenda. Yeah, just to close the loop.
Yeah.
We had our capital review meeting. We had a town meeting about it. The select board did it. Betsy was there. I think that there was no real questions or anything, so it's passed it. So what we submitted will go for vote in March. And so it is obviously the carpet 26, 27, that's in place now, and the landscaping design in 28, 29. And I would just not caution us, but us to think carefully. We have 90 some thousand
Yeah.
left. That doesn't go that's a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money.
Right.
Particularly if you're thinking about, doing landscape design, you'll drop 20 or 20, you could drop 20,000 easily on a design itself, I think. And Helen, you're really good at this, so I will put that, that question too, but it takes some dollars, and then you have the physical arts and the other work, and so we will chew through that very quickly. So I just want to make sure as we're thinking about the next capital plan, and the capital plans are good because they're really just each year you get to update it based
Right.
on what the needs of the organization are. We just need to think through, I think, what our next capital project is, not that the landscape and tying together isn't a great idea. It is. I just want to make sure we understand how much money we have left to
Well,
spend.
and I think we need to be sensitive or not sensitive. I think we need to be cognizant of the fact that an exterior landscape design and upgrade may extend over a number of years' budgets. I mean, it's not something that we're going to necessarily put $50,000 or $80,000 towards in one year, right? I mean, I'd like to know what the long-term landscaping design is going to be, what that long, I'd like to know what it's supposed to look like in 5 years and then start looking backwards as to what pieces we will do in what subsequent years. I'd like to know what the end game is before we even get started so that we can adjust the budgets over appropriate budget years.
So we're not putting things, not piecemealing it throughout the years. I got that. And we took a gamble with the book barn, but it's a good location. And yeah.
Caroline, is your impression that Tanya won't get back to us till spring about whether we're going to be part of that project where we'd have a landscaper available?
I had left it with her that we would be meeting sometime this winter, with, um, the landscape architect that she had in mind. So, I can reach out to her, to see, if she, like where she's at with it, essentially.
Good. Anything else about that?
I think it's a good idea to have, as Helen said, to have a design,
Yeah.
a concept to work
Right.
on.
I did too.
And so-
Okay, in old business, our town report update. Outdoor improvements, we have until December
Oh, I
23rd.
think Caroline already did it.
Did that,
Yeah.
okay.
But the town
Uh,
report that you
well-
did, Caroline, looks really nice.
Oh, yeah, so we just need to talk about that.
Yeah,
I think that looks good. I like I like this format that we did last year and
I
that we
did-
did this year. I think it's a really good format.
And I like that.
thank you.
This coming soon is nice. Okay, a discussion of the donor plaques.
So I
Hang,
sent you-
sorry, hang on
Oh.
just a second. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is this how you want me to turn it in then? Like, are y'all good with how the town report looks?
Yeah,
Are there changes?
No,
Okay.
I think it looks good. So, I sent you guys around some ideas on donor plaques and, I'm thinking about something pretty simple. I'm not thinking about digital or any of those other cool things that a lot of places do. I'm thinking about something that's very simple and perhaps even, again, this could be a Kenny project where we create a large wooden open book and we just have several categories, and one category over on the right-hand side, which could be the full page, would be 5,000 and below, 5,000 to 1,000. I don't think everybody who gives us $100 needs a plaque, to be frank with you. I think we need to kind of bump up the numbers. But I think we would have a top thing on the left that would be, 25,000 or 35,000 up, and then a 10,000 to 25,000 or 35,000, whatever, and then a 5 to 10, and then anyway, I think we just want to make it pretty easy and pretty simple. We don't want to spend a lot of money on this, and we want to make it big enough, knowing that we're going to have a lot of empty space on it, but that's okay because people see those things with a lot of empty space and they go, "Oh, cool, so my name would fit there." And I think we just do as an interior thing, like I said, just have maybe Kenny or somebody make us a large book and figure out what our different prices are and what we're going to put on them. And I would actually recommend that we get little teeny brass nameplate amount, with name and an amount, that can be screwed in those places so that you can add more or, take out or whatever you need to do.
The one thing
Helen?
I would say to this is, I think this is a good idea to have it. I don't know that I mean, I think once we get our kind of, like fundraising stuff, like building like a campaign and having an annual ask and everything. I think once that
appeal.
starts to get going, that would be a good time to see what kind of donations we're getting in. Because granted, we got two $50,000 donations, but that is really extraordinary for our donation bucket. Um, if we get $1,000 once a year, that's major. Most people are giving 50 to $100 right now. And I know we haven't tapped the market to get the bigger donations, but I just want to put that out there that we're not receiving donations of that size yet.
No, I agree, and that's why it doesn't have to be a ginormous plaque. I don't think you want to put people there for under $1,000, to be honest with you. I don't think, I think you want to really give those people who give $1,000, that's a big deal. And I think you want to have them be that first donor group. And then maybe you have, and that would be that whole right side of the page. I mean, I'm making this up, right side of the page. And then on the left side of the page, the bottom would be 1,000 to 5,000, and then 5,000 to 15,000, or I don't know, pick a number. And then up above that would be, you know, 25 or 20,000 and above, whatever. Because you're right, we're not going to get a lot. But I do believe that over the years, you want a space that can grow, and you want to have it out there so people can see, oh, cool, look, if I get $1,000, I get my name on one of these little plaques. And some people really like that. I mean, I personally am not into that. I think that, vanity philanthropy is vanity first, but that's just me. But I think that it makes a difference to have there be a cutoff point at the low end that's pretty high so that people will want to try to get into that group.
Angie,
Helen, it would, I'm thinking about this and it really good. You're exactly the right person to do this with all your expertise. Do we need to, this feels like it needs to be part of something else, right? It needs to be part of that discussion about we're going to go into a silent campaign, or we're going to go into a fundraising mode where we're talking about our strategic initiatives over the next years, what the future plan of the library, what our vision for the library
right,
is going to be for North Hero, and then tie that into a donor, kind of a campaign and a donor process with.
You're
With-
absolutely right. It has to belong to a capital campaign.
Something
It has
along
to
the
be
same-
initiated during a capital campaign and can be added to when there are additional capital
Other things.
campaigns that come up.
Yeah, okay.
Or if somebody dies and gives us a shitload of money, excuse me.
So if I write a check for $1,000, no, 50, that's too, if I write. a check for
But an
$1,000,
annual appeal, I mean, we're not going to just start this now. I mean, it has to be coordinated with a larger capital campaign.
You answered my question. Thank you.
so am I hearing also then that we're going to put this donor plaque, these ideas on hold sort of until we have it attached to a bigger project, a campaign?
I think so, because I think we have a strategic
Okay.
direction
Mhm.
conversation.
Okay,
Yeah, it should be, but it's just one of the many things that need to be in place and ready to go when we're going to launch a capital campaign. And we want to
Okay.
let people know that
Yeah,
this is one of the
foundational.
things we're going to create as a process of it.
So, yeah, I agree putting it on hold. My question is, where's this plaque going to physically be located?
I thought that too.
It should be on the wall in the library in a
not
very,
book hall.
in a very obvious place, maybe behind the desk. I don't know. I mean, Caroline uses that board a lot for info, so that's kind of a lousy place to put it. But, someplace where people see it, it's got to be prominent.
When you
Or
walk
it could
in.
even be outside under a roof if we had a roof there, but we don't.
Yeah, it has to be prominent or don't do it. No.
Right,
Gotta be
Well,
prominent.
see it, walk in.
It's the wall that you look at when you walk in.
There's so many windows that there aren't a lot of wall space.
Yeah.
well, let's consider it though.
We'll figure
We're
it
putting this on hold, so when any one of us is in the library, let's just sort of imagine where it could go as
I mean,
well.
honestly, we need to come up with a real capital campaign
Think
program.
about
And
things
this is
think
just
about
one
the-
leg of a five-legged
Right,
stool.
right. Yeah,
And
Okay,
It'll be good
let's
about
keep-
thinking about the names of what those dollar signs, what those dollar amounts relate to, like Literary Society or Edgar Allan Poe, whatever.
Well,
like
you
whatever.
could, yeah, that would be kind of cool. You could have names that go, I mean, especially if you're going to put a raven up there. I mean, I have kind of mixed feelings
Yeah,
about
that's
the
not
raven,
decided,
but if you
however.
were to use the raven, maybe the Poe Society is the people who are,
Yeah.
really spending tons of money. I mean, I don't know. That's, again, that's all development committee kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, let's then move on to, speaking of strategic plan, in new business, review and modifications of the prior strategic plan.
Linda, you were on the original committee.
I had no idea this was like, or I should have known, but I
Oh.
didn't realize this was gonna be on the budget. and-
No, that's okay. I mean, you were not able to be at the last couple meetings, so we had talked about revisiting that and see where we want to go, but
Okay. Carolyn and I are the
Thank you.
other two left.
yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to the work that you had done
Yeah.
previously.
I'm not scared.
We can defer this.
Can we
Does it
table
make sense to have a few of us, like Linda and, I mean, I'm happy to jump in, go over the strategic plan in January and really annotate it and see where we think we need to make adjustments and make a recommendation to the board in February? Rather than have the
Yes.
whole board sit here and hash it out.
I like
Yes,
that idea.
that's an efficient use of time and resources.
And Carolyn too.
And Carolyn, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to try to do that. I'm leaving in January on the 20th, on the 19th, but up until then, I'm happy to sit down and go through it with whomever else is doing. Linda, you have to be there because
So is it safe to say then that the three of you could pick a time and organize that, and then in
who
February,
are the three?
Linda,
Me
Carolyn, and you?
Caroline.
Okay. I would love to have Angie or Roberta only because I think somebody with a finance has to be involved in the designing of a strategic plan. That's just
Oh.
my opinion. Unless Caroline wants to take that on.
No, I was just curious.
She's going.
Are you guys doing rock, paper, scissors? Did I catch
no,
you
no,
doing
No,
that?
but I think like Angie or, I mean, Roberta's in super numbers. I would love to have Angie get on this board just because she is good at strategic planning.
I just want
I
to
share it for the.
throw out a possibility though. Linda, you have done a lot with budgets and schools.
Yes, but not for
Oh,
long.
okay. That's
Okay,
I'm
I
willing
just,
to take that on.
okay, I only if you felt comfortable, because I know you can do a lot more
In
than
like
people
20
think.
years. So.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
happy to
Oh,
help
I'm
as
not
long-
trying to discredit Linda's
Oh, no, no, no,
incredible
I know you're not.
abilities. Trust me.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
What
I'm
is,
gonna- Can I ask a question though, just to, because this, I'm thinking back to Caroline, our goals for this year. We talked about, so whatever we talk about strategically, let's remember the friends of the library.
Make sure that's,
Caroline hits her goal.
Maybe we should ask one of them to be on this strategic.
That
That would
is
be
a
great
great-
because I
yeah.
still feel this real void in our relationship with them. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they want to do. I don't know what their commitment. I mean, I don't know where they
Carolyn,
fit in. And I
could
would
you
love to
suggest
see-
somebody from the Friends that might be open to or
Busy, but-
amenable to?
possibly, but I can't remember what we're doing with the strategic plan. Are we thinking of doing a new strategic plan? Is that why we're going over
I
this?
think we're just reviewing it as an exercise that's something that we should be doing every 4 or 5 years. To
Yeah.
make sure that our strategic plan is still tracking the way we want it to track.
It probably needs to be updated substantially because a lot of it has already been done.
Right,
Well,
yeah.
And if you
Right, this
wanted
is
to
like 3
involve
years ago, I
a
think.
Friends person, maybe Mary Datillo, right?
Yeah, there's goals in here that are from like first quarter 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and there's
Right.
dollar amounts associated with that, so that to me,
Okay, we're gonna get that specific.
No, they did a lot of work.
know.
Yeah, they
And-
did.
And,
Th-
and a lot
I,
of
ju-
things
I,
were
Yeah.
in this
Yeah.
already happened.
Go ahead, Caroline.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, this isn't really a document that gets updated because all of the goals, at least through 2023, were met. So this, like, I mean, if we want to create a new strategic plan, we can, but it would be a new document. Because a lot of these things have happened and that's kind of like, we did it and so that's it.
But that's why it's good to come back and revisit every 3 or 4 years, because you're not really creating a new one, you're just updating it. You're taking out the stuff
Okay.
that's been done and saying, okay, given all this, now where do we want to be in 5 years from now? Where do we want to be in 10 years from now? And
Well, and maybe once you look at it, you will say, okay, we probably should get the whole community involved again. Remember how much input we
Oh,
got
that was
from,
yeah.
fun.
from communities?
Survey.
I mean, look
Well,
at
we
the
interviewed
document.
people.
Yeah, yeah,
Right,
Angie.
hold on, Joe. Think about the goals that we developed for this year. Caroline, that you and I did, we talked about overall, we have these kind of overall goals, right? And that's what the strategic plan is, an overall goal. And then we have objectives, like what do we want those goals to achieve? And then we have tactics, which is how we get to the objectives, which then supports the goal. And we put all those tactics in there. And what Helen, I think, is talking about is we still have these overarching, every strategic plan has kind of the basic same overarching goals. I mean,
Well-
they call them a little different, I think, but I think they're kind of basic.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
this,
it is, but I'm
all
also
these-
saying there are certain things in the strategic plan that are above and beyond what we expect Caroline to do. There are
Oh,
things
gosh.
in the strategic plan that the board needs to do, that the community needs to do. So so you're right, Angie, in the sense that we need to incorporate everything we've asked Caroline to do, but we've got to think so much bigger and beyond that. And
Oh, yeah,
we're,
no, I agree. I don't think we need what Caroline has to do is just one piece of what I think is,
Right.
we're giving,
exactly.
we're
Exactly.
helping her determine her goals and objectives based on what the strategic plan says. But I
Okay,
agree.
so let's try to summarize this. Who is going to meet with each other to pick a date to look at it before Helen leaves? So that it can, a report or, a presentation can be made to the rest of us. It's Carolyn,
Together.
Helen, Linda.
Yeah, and someone from Friends, maybe? Although here's my recommendation, for better or worse. My recommendation is that Linda and Caroline and I meet first
Okay,
and then decide where and how it's most effective to plug in the Friends in some of these goals.
or
Because
someone with financial background.
or not. I mean, I'm still
No,
trying
maybe
to
not.
rope Angie into this one too, but I think that until at least I better understand Friends, I don't want to design the strategic
Plan
plan
out.
around them per se,
Right.
as much as wanting to try to understand what our big picture is and then figure out where we can have the Friends help us achieve that.
Included,
but
yeah.
I would also like to know what they think the big picture is for us going forward.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
We
Okay.
can ask them at we'll get yourselves, or let's get ourselves organized. And then.
Well,
ask
yeah, but then,
Yeah.
yeah,
You're
before
right.
we go, yeah.
Before we go too deep into the.
Yeah.
Hey, does that sound okay?
You okay?
Angie, are you part of this or?
I will do whatever we can to support Helen and Linda and.
And I will
Caroline.
too.
I'll try to schedule something in the first week or two of January. I think we're
Okay.
gonna need a couple, when's our February meeting? It's early in
Well, that's what I'm
February,
just
right?
looking at. It's February,
I'm doing one for the hospital.
it's February 5th is the first Thursday in February.
And I'm certainly available by Zoom after the
Okay.
19th of January, but I think if we can try to meet early in January, like around the 5th or 6th or 7th, I'm not looking at a calendar, so I don't even know what days those are, but
So that's up to you guys. Our next
so that
meeting,
we need to have we might need to have 1 or 2 meetings, especially with the Friends person. So yeah, I'll try to schedule that for you. For everybody.
so our next
Linda?
trustee meeting is
Okay.
February 5th
Mhm.
at 5
That's right.
o'clock.
Caroline. Okay,
Okay,
I'll send something out right after New Year's or before New Year's, and we can try to figure out when we can
excellent.
sit down and talk about it.
Thank you. Anything else?
No, it's a great idea.
Okay. Take a motion to close this
So
meeting.
moved.
So moved. Okay. I will bring the warrant And there's two things that people can sign, the budget and the warrant. Downstairs, it'll be outside of at that table. Right.
You
outside
can
that-
just leave it on the table there.
This one here, they'll do
You
it
can
here.
just leave it
They'll
there,
grab it
yeah.
here. Okay, leave it right
What
here.
about all the extra reports and things? Should they go?
Okay. Yeah.
Probably, do you want to?
Want me to take them, Carolyn? Do you want me to take all the extra reports?
I mean, yeah, they can just be recycled.
I
Recycle,
had a
okay.
really nice, like.
Okay.
Wait,
Diane?
And before you recycle it, can
Well,
you
that's kinda-
save one for me? I actually want to keep a paper copy in my files.
Do you want,
If you hang
you
on
want
to
us
one
to
or
bring it-
something and I'll come and
do you want
get
to
it.
put it in this folder so that when you come to sign the warrant?
That would be
you'll-
great, if you don't mind.
you
I
get
just,
one-
I'm
could
a
you write
paper
your name
person,
on
I
one?
can't help myself.
And I'll put the budget in with it as well.
Okay.
That'd be
Carolyn?
great, thank you.
Carolyn, did you want to say something to me?
Yeah, Diane, in the lower right-hand corner of the computer screen, you'll see a little button that says leave. And so you'll have
Okay,
to
no-
click on that to end the meeting. Yeah.
And
And maybe?
And there's an end.
Or end, yeah.
That's
what I-
it
what I
then.
Click on Zoom in.
We're gonna end
You might
it.
have to click it again.
Happy holidays.
I haven't clicked it yet because I'm
Let us
saying
know
goodbye.
about the health part.
Everybody, thank you.
Before we go, happy Christmas, everybody.
Thank you.
See you all
Holidays of any sort.
just.
after that, right?
End meeting for all. Bye-bye.
Bye.